EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. But tonight we begin Week 8 with a good matchup for you here, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
They're on the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On play action, here's Shedeur. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that is incomplete. You look at this Steeler defense. And they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Here we go. 60 back there. 60.
To throw now. Here's Sanders. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starts right out of them.
Ready?
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. Throwing, Sanders. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Here's Sanders. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You used to have coaches tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use on paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Sanders. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
First down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns.
Next the score, Browns 7, Steelers 0. Dustin Hopkins to kick.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. Nike 18.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. We look at this Browns defense. But right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
And 8 yards.
Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Will Anderson able to record his 5th sack of the season. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. This is brought in at the 21. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Come on. Let's go.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down.
It's a game
Well, as a
of
coach,
10.
you absolutely love seeing your
First
offense
down,
find their rhythm
Cleveland.
early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year and 4th overall. And the Browns have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think evades the tackler and now some space? And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Hey, Panthers, go!
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Steelers at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Ready, break!
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready,
They'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
On the set.
The Browns drive about to get started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield, and allow the play to be successful.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
19.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. To throw is Sanders. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Jalen Ramsey with a sack on the quarter blitz.
I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to it. I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Ready, set.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Here's Johnson again on 2nd down. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they're just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And he's corralled, but now before getting it inside the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. An excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. And now they'll shift things around. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he will be out of bounds with a 1st down as they will have a 1st and goal on the other side of the 2-minute warning.
Ready. Here we go. Cougar 19.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Touchdown! Calvin Austin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have got it back to within a score. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Cleveland offense ready to go. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession in the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now Sanders. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing in the covers because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Sanders to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready? Back to 50. Back to 19. Ready?
They go play action now. Sanders.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
That's taken in. It's Xavier Liggett.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
First down. A gain of 12. First down, Browns.
Sanders going to throw again. And the RPO will keep it himself.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
2nd and a couple.
Back to throw. Sanders.
Working downfield. He's got Thornton.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Dante Thornton.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Browns 21, Steelers 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Back to 60.
They'll set up to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
3rd and 20.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
throw now on the final play. He'll try to do it himself. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Justin Hopkins to kick off for the Browns.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think they get back in balance. It'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Second and 9 now. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And a great return here gets us all the way down to the 26-yard line.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a two-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got Njoku, he's big tight end. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 58 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
It's now 3rd and 5.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
77 Wolf. Ready.
Now Sanders from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes out of
on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 2. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. This one complete to Christian Kirk. They'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On the give, it's Warren. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Cougar 19.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
5-yard gain on the play. Pittsburgh for a Steelers first down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Now a short pass pulled in by Washington.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
18 Cardinal, 8.
Back to throw again. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Got his man. It's Warren.
And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Go! 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Browns drive about to get started. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Here's Sanders. Completes this one to Thornton. This well upfield across the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Cup 19, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 39. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
First down, Cleveland.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Here we go.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. 78 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and minicamps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Calling a gain of 9 there, and it puts him in better shape here for second and goal.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was